Well, happy Saturday, folks. The real Captain Kirk here. We're live from One Bethlehem Plaza here in downtown Bethlehem on a kind of a coolish day here. Again, coolest in 19 years, going up to about 76 today. We'll take it here. Again, only 9 days and about 15 hours here until we launch something we've been working on for over a year. Again, it's our new wt360 Sunny AI app. Again, it'll do everything and anything you can imagine. I'll play the quick trailer here, and we'll play the full trailer here at the end. So just a teaser here about
Hi,
Sunny.
I'm Sunny, your year-ahead weather planner powered by Weather Trends 360. I hope you understand not just what the weather will be.
We'll let you see the whole video here at the end here. So let's real quick ask Sunny. He is, again, our little AI robot here. Again, what is summer trends been doing here? And again, it's been up and down. Again, we had that record heat back on July 4th and really hadn't had anything since, at least here in the east. Map right here are the trends versus max temps versus last year. So Ohio Valley, Midwest, interior Northeast, coolest in 7 years. Bullseye for the hot spot, we'd say right there in Oklahoma, North Texas, hottest in 15 years. Map in Sept left of trends versus average. And rainfall, again, it's gone from droughts to floods to, it's a mixed bag of everything here. Driest in several years out in the West Texas, Oklahoma, Albuquerque areas. Ohio Valley, Midwest, Corn Belt, wettest in 11 years. Northeast, wettest in 3 years. So we've had a lot of Southeast, still driest in 3, but again, it started off with historic drought. So overall, for the U.S. as a whole, it's been the wettest summer in 5 years, plus 7% more than last year, 14th wettest in 41. Hair warmer nationally, 0.8 warmer than last year, still 9th warmest. So not record-shattering heat, again, 9th of the past 41 years. Thought we'd ask Sunny here now about back to school, back to college here. A lot of kids going back to college here now and back to school next week. We'll start with our September outlook here. Again, this is NOAA. Again, we're not a fan of this. Again, we'll talk about how our year-ahead accuracy beats this month-ahead outlook here. So this is their month-ahead outlook for September. We've got a hot bullseye there in the Rockies and kind of wet coming out of the southwest into the Tennessee Valley here. This is more what we provide a year ahead to our big retail financial services clients again. So talking about September, overall theme, again, big one is just the wettest in 7 years. So again, we had El Nino baked into our year ahead forecast. It's one of many cycles we look at. Canada, we got the coolest in 6 years, wettest in 5 years. UK, polar opposite though. We've got the hottest, driest in 3 years for temps and 5 years for precip here. So again, things that we say year ahead for our big retail supply side clients, again, is outperforms NOAA about 82% of the time on temperatures, even though they're only month ahead. So this blue line is our year ahead forecast for, let's say, September. And then the yellow orange line there is NOAA's month ahead forecast for September. So even though they're give us about 11-month head start here, we still outperform them pretty big time on temps over the last almost 20 years. Precip, we're the green line, they're the yellow line. Again, we beat them about 84% of the time. So you can read the full-blown audit here. Again, it's on our website here. It's done by 2 PhDs from Miami and the University of Miami and West Point Military Academy. One cycle, again, that goes into our process, one of many, is just El Nino. It's the easiest for the NOAAs of the world to deal with because, again, there's a lot of history here, but rapidly developing. No doubt right now we're headed for the potentially record-shattering El Nino to beat out 1877, which was 149 years ago. Looking again, we showed this chart here back on 9 November. We were all talking La Nina. It was rather cold, so this is looking below the equatorial Pacific, all the way from Australia to Ecuador. So you're looking at hundreds of meters below the surface here. So what's interesting, back then we could actually see the El Nino back in November of 2025. So as this traversed all the way across the Pacific, now that process takes 6 to 9 months, and now look at it, plus 4C, plus 7, plus 7. The historic El Nino up in here was a plus 3.1 back in 1877. We are already seeing signs that we are going to blow by that almost with certainty here. Interesting. Look back here. This is, again, as of 16 August here. It's just a couple days ago. We can already see La Nina coming. So this is below normal water temperatures out here. That'll take, 6, 9 months to get all the way across over to here. So we'd say our forecast is projecting in a weak to moderate La Nina for late fall, winter next year, right? So you can already see it out there. Models confirm it here. August update here just shows now 3.5 C above average. Again, 3.1 is that 1877. So this is suggesting we're going to beat that by the November, December timeframe. And this just shows you we've gone from the La Nina cycle into the El Nino cycle. And then again, the models here does go all the way out to spring, and you already see that it's going to be a crashing event, getting back to moderate to weak El Nino by spring next year. And then we think, again, La Nina as you get into fall. So again, this just puts it in the past NOAA era of records. Goes back to 1950, past 76 years. But no doubt here we're going to be off the scale, eclipsing the Strongest of the no era was 2015, 2016 in terms of El Nino. It was a plus 2.5. We're going to blow by that big time. Recall that was a warm, wet winter with one blizzard in the Northeast. So that's kind of the theme for our winter. A lot of hype about major blizzards. And, a lot of those are going to be big wet storms, but certainly potential for one, maybe two to come together for just enough big snowstorm. Looking at U.S. drought status here again, this is a little misleading because this is summarizing the past 6 months of lack of rainfall. We're already seeing signs that we're changing pretty dramatically, but still, according to NOAA, 76% of the country in dry to drought phases, but again, rapidly improving conditions here, we believe, here in the next, right now, actually. Looking at the wildfire season, this is off the scale here, as expected. Acres burned is the most in 10 years. We currently have 50,000 plus active fires, over 7.6 million acres burned, which is, again, 69% above average and 90% above last year. Unfortunately, all these areas that had fires are going to have floods later this winter, as the West won't get into their rainy period here until we probably get into November, into the winter months. Look at our 360 smoke map and Canadian smoke maps here on the right. Again, we still got some big fires out there. They've diminished a bit. They've got some containment on these, but again, there's still some big ones there in Washington, British Columbia there in southwest Canada. Tropics, again, as expected, under El Niños, you do very frequently get hurricanes, tropical storms threatening Hawaii. The good news here is that this next system here is going to probably track a little farther south than Lala did, again, but same general thing. Again, another weekend storm here for Hawaii. Big Island, probably, again, they're going to still get maybe 5-10 inches of rain in the higher elevations. You got upslope winds hitting those huge mountains of volcanic mountains that go up to about 14,000 feet here. So again, you get some heavy upslope rains in those areas. Atlantic chart right here, there's a couple systems coming off Africa. We do think we probably will get our first hurricane here with that system coming off Africa. I think it'll be remaining a fish storm, so maybe some threat to Bermuda as it comes here in about a week or so. But again, right now, again, just about 10-20% chances out there according to the Hurricane Center. But again, models do show MGO cycle phase 8 does suggest we've got a hurricane potential here. Again, probably remaining a fish storm. Look at last week across the world here. Again, it was a warmer week. Been up and down, cooler, wetter, now warmer. 1.3 warmer than last year. Warmest in 31 years. Third hottest in 41. So very warm week nationally. Hot, 90-degree days. Again, most in 7 years. And it was wet, 16% wetter. Wettest in 5. 20th west in 41 years. Extremely wet there. If you look at the UK, Europe, Russia, again, number one wettest in over 41 years. Big map here is trends versus last year. Maps inset left are trends versus average. Severe weather, we added 32 tornadoes, not that many, 148 hail events, but again, wind cases off the scale, 1,342 wind events. We are going to approach this 2011 season here, possibly, because we do think the fall severe weather season will be very, very active with a strong subtropical jet stream. And again, that just brings more severe weather to the deep south, maybe mid-Atlantic, but a lot of wind cases as well. Look at the next 4 days or so here. Again, some threat for activity here today in the Ohio Valley. Well, they don't need it. Again, they've had too much rain here for sure. Indiana flooding, and now a little bit more here for Ohio. Look at this week here. Back to college. Again, kids are already, parents taking them back. You see the U-Hauls with all the gear going back to college here. So it's again, this time of year, we like cold and wet because that just gets us off the beach, the lake, the backyard parties. Thinking fall. Unfortunately here, last year was the coldest in 33 years. Not so this year. 4.9 warmer, 13th warmest in 41 years, so above average. Last year, hot 90-degree days were non-existent. This year, up 89%. Good news is it's wetter, 32% wetter than last year, still 18th driest, below average national temperature. So again, we really want to see cold, wet, not really much. We got a little bit on the wet side, but not that great. Back to school here for the 30 August, 5 September period here. Back to school would be, again, most kids, again, pre-Labor Day this year, since Labor Day is pretty late. Again, remember last year, cold in 16 years. Again, good for those fall apparel sales, not so this year. Plus 5.5 warmer than last year, warmest in 4 years, 5th warmest in 41. Hot 90-degree days up 58%, most in 4 years. And rainfall off the scale here. We'll see. This is again starting to show these signs of El Nino here, unfortunately. Flooding, can't stress it enough. Flood is just, again, across dozen plus states here as we go through the fall, and then adding those into the west as we go through the winter. So 140% wetter than last year, wettest in 5 years, 5th wettest in 41 years. Aggregating these trends for the world 2 weeks outlook here again. So general theme is cooler. Big map is again trends versus last year here. So cooler Pacific Northwest, West Canada, hot there, where it's been hot in Oklahoma, central U.S. And again, mixed bag across Europe. Map inset left is the temps versus average, and rainfall trends here again. Starting to see, world last week was actually the number one wettest in 41 years. So that looks like another wet period here as we go through this. So we'll end here with, again, don't forget you can get this in your inbox every Saturday here at the link above there. And we'll let you see the full 2.5-minute trailer of Sonny and everything he can do here. So we're going to be out next week here. But again, so I thought I'd give you a little more content on September here. But we'll see you here in a couple weeks. Have a great week.
Hi, I'm Sunny, your year-ahead weather planner powered by Weather Trends 360. I hope you understand not just what the weather will be, but how it will affect your life, business, health, and finances up to a year in advance, anywhere in the world. For more than 24 years, Weather Trends 360 has provided year-ahead weather intelligence to over 100 Fortune 1000 companies, including Coca-Cola, Target, Tractor Supply, AutoZone, JP Morgan, and many more. Now that same technology is available to everyone. So how is year-ahead forecasting possible? Traditional forecasts rely on physics-based weather models that lose accuracy after about 2 weeks. Weather Trends 360 uses a statistical climate cycle forecasting engine that analyzes trillions of weather patterns to identify long-range weather trends months before they happen. We're identifying meaningful trends like the hottest, coldest, wettest, or driest periods, week by week, so you can plan ahead with confidence. So what can you ask me? If you're a farmer, I can estimate rainfall, growing degree days, frost dates, and seasonal conditions. Gardeners can check soil temperatures and moisture to know the best time to plant. Planning a vacation, wedding, or outdoor event? I can help you choose the warmest, driest dates or tell you what weather trends to expect so you can prepare. If weather affects your health, I can help you anticipate periods that may worsen allergies, asthma, or flu activity. I can even provide weather-driven insights for investing in 360 equities, retail demand in 220 seasonal categories, energy costs, travel delays, EV range, and more, showing how weather may influence everything from seasonal sales to your monthly utility bill. Think of me as your personal weather intelligence assistant. Ask me almost anything about how future weather could impact your plans, and I'll help you make smarter decisions. Weather Trends 360 also includes free 35-day forecasts, weather history, customizable severe weather alerts, interactive maps, future radar, powerful charting tools, all ad-free, forever. My year-ahead forecasts and insights are free to try. Discover how knowing tomorrow's weather trends today can help you plan with confidence. Download Weather Trends 360 on the App Store or Play Store today. And have a great sunny day!